Hey guys, this is BiXX. Welcome to another version of Mentoring Monday. I've been out of commission the last several weeks due to an unexpected emergency surgery. I was very fortunate to get some great medical help, and I'm on the road to recovery. And thank you for the concern and the well wishes. So expect these Mentoring Monday topics to be back on schedule every 2 weeks. Today I want to talk about a fantastic topic that I'm going to call zoom out. So what do I mean by zoom out? When in doubt, zoom out. Zooming out is a metaphor for taking a step backwards from the hustle and the bustle, taking a step back from being in the weeds, or taking a step back from being overwhelmed to gain a broader perspective. Most of us have a tendency to zoom into our problems. This is called the tiny universe of doubt. In other words, the process of zooming in. Notice how much bigger our problems seem when we zoom in. This is when we should take a step back to gain a better perspective on the situation. Zooming out, when in doubt, allows us to make better decisions. Ultimately, we find greater happiness and fulfillment. How does this affect our mental peace? Does it mean we are running away from our problems? No, absolutely not. Zooming out creates space for you to gain a better perspective on any type of situation. Once you pause the unnecessary microscopic analysis, you automatically gain some inner peace. You'll notice a shift, like not being under the weight of a gigantic rock. I'd like to give you some examples from my life where zooming out has helped me. So after I sold my business, I stayed on to run my company for about 5.5 years. It was difficult for me to work for someone else. None more difficult than when I lost control of my company and had to report to someone with a different vision in mind. I fought the changes because I knew it would destroy the company, and it actually did. Suddenly, I became the problem, and not the visionary leader that I truly enjoyed. I eventually zoomed out to gain a broader perspective. So what I realized, that I was no longer valued, and I was no longer happy. So I left the company that I built. But for a while, I kept zooming in. I was miserable and combative, trying to fight the change. I was so much happier after I zoomed out and figured this out for myself. Recently, in the music industry, I started facing many of the common frustrations that many of the producers face. Let's just talk about it. Lack of respect, lack of professionalism by people that I needed to succeed. I was measuring my success by what other people were doing, by what other people wanted from me. It was both frustrating and basically not fun or rewarding. So I zoomed out. I had conversations with trusted friends in my inner circle of mentors and advisors, team members, people who I trusted and respected. They helped me gain the perspective of why I'm doing this and what I valued, not what other people wanted from me or how I measured myself against the accomplishments of others in the business. This helped me get refocused, to reestablish my priorities based on what makes me happy, creating uplifting trance music that delivers inspirational messages, and building relationships with high-quality, like-minded people, people with a growth mindset, people that I could help and help me. Quite often, we are trying to solve a problem and we seem to hit a wall. The solution will not appear. We get stuck. We tend to zoom in. But this is a great time to zoom out. Go do something else, like a walk through nature or some fun form of exercise. Stop thinking about the problem. Zoom out to something else. Quite often the answer will come to us when we're doing something totally different. I found my most creative problem-solving time comes when I ride a ski lift, looking at the beautiful white snow-filled mountains and evergreen trees. Or when I'm working out at the gym, the mental clarity created from exercise is perfect for my problem-solving brain. Here are 6 ways, plus 1, to zoom out for clarity. Take deep breaths. This will help regain composure and clarity. Ask long-term questions. Will this situation bother you in the long run? It helps gain perspective that the problem is not as big as we thought. Also, what's the best solution for the long run? Long-term solutions tend to be the best solutions and bring more closure. Ask a mentor or a friend. Seek a trusted person's opinion when you have a problem. Their perspective is more objective than yours. And they might have more experience in this situation too. Practice mindfulness, which is zooming out. This helps gains us a broader perspective on the situation, like I mentioned. Reflect. Think of past situations that you overcame effectively, even after several challenges. This will give you some confidence and a much needed boost. The 24-hour rule. Pause. Wait 24 hours for the emotions and the frustrations to pass. Wait for your head to clear. Waiting for at least 24 hours before you react will often give you better perspective to come up with the right action. One final comment on how to zoom out. I've talked about creating and understanding your core values in the past. What is most important to you? Zooming out and revisiting your core values helps you gain perspective on doing the right thing to solve your problems. Remember, problems expose our true self. Creating a solution that you feel good about because it aligns with your value system. I highly recommend you zoom out anytime you feel overwhelmed by doubts. Step back from the dense fog of the situation and take a deep breath and see the bigger picture. You'll soon find clarity and the wisdom to sail through the challenging situations. Zooming out will give you less stress, better decision-making, resilience, better communications, and understanding of the situation. It's one of the most important techniques I use to make the best decisions possible. I hope this topic on zooming out has helped you. If you have a zoom out technique that works for you, please let me know in the comments. So I'll see you again in 2 weeks for the next Mentoring Monday topic. And remember, it's never too late to reinvent yourself. Happy New Year and cheers.